All right, let's get into it. We're going to be doing some maths today again. We're on Donald Knuth's The Art of Computer Programming. I think I'll be able to say it by now. And we are here. That's where we are. This is the next one. Now, as it happens, I think Numberphile posted a video about this recently. This particular, well, actually this problem, but I haven't watched it yet, obviously. All right, number 7. Formulate and prove by induction a rule for the sums 1 squared, 2 squared minus 1 squared, 3 squared minus 2 squared, plus 1 squared. That's a single term in the sequence, I suppose. 4 squared minus 3 squared plus 2 squared minus 1 squared, 5 squared minus 4 squared, plus 3 squared minus 2 squared plus 1 squared. How interesting. Okay. So, I don't know what it means by a rule there. A rule. Doesn't matter what rule, maybe. Let's find out what the result actually is, shall we? So, for 1, of course, we've got 1. For 2, we've got 2 squared minus 1 squared, which is, and let me try and keep everything straight, 3. Now for 3, we've got 3 squared, famously 9, minus 2 squared, which is 4, plus 1 squared. Which is 9 minus 4 plus 1, which is 6, I think. Let's say it is. Four, we've got 4 squared minus 3 squared plus 2 squared minus 1 squared, I guess. Now that's going to be 16 minus 9 plus 4 minus 1, which is 7 plus 4 is 11, 12, I think. Let me double check that. Okay, I got that wrong. Let me double check it again. It says 10. They're saying it could be 10. So I'm just terrible mathematics, terrible mental arithmetic. They're saying it could be 10. So let me check the other one as well. 3 squared minus 2 squared plus 1 is 6. Okay, I got that right anyway. Now I feel like this is a sequence. Obviously it's a sequence, I just feel like it might be well known. 5 squared minus 4 squared plus 3 squared minus 2 squared plus 1, 15. Hmm. Okay, let's keep going. Six squared minus 5 squared plus 4 squared minus 3 squared plus 2 squared minus 1 squared . 21. So we've got so far 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. So what is it? It's oof. All right. Haven't had to do this in a long time. Now, how do you do this again? Well, I mean, I guess iteratively. I guess if we were to say Ni is equal to it's not looking good. Nonsense, complete nonsense. All right, how do we do this again? We've got 1 between each of these. Wow, the things that stump you, the things that stump me anyway, constantly surprise me. They're triangle numbers. For one. Maybe? Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. No, they are. Is there a formula for those? I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Apparently it's this. N multiplied by n plus 1 over 2. What is the... Yeah, so it's Tn... Hello, Akisara. Askirasa. Oh, I got it completely wrong. How are you doing? Sorry for mispronouncing there. Alright, it's n multiplied by n plus 1 over 2. So, for example, if we had 3, then we'd have 3 by 4 over 2. 12 over 2, 6. Running out of room at the end, actually. There we go. 6. And that is indeed the third term. Okay. Hello, Coding Bara. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? What an incredible little emoji you've got there. I don't even know what's going on, but it looks very exciting. How are you? Did I ask already? Can't remember. My brain is like totally out of it this week. Be good. Good. Okay, well let's get rid of these. Do I have anything? Great. Oof. Okay, and let's get rid of this. And let's get rid of this. Oh man, so slow. Wow, that's terrible. I really need to optimize some of this. I'm getting good. I've been doing I've been continuing with the book of proof offline. Now it's not a prerequisite, and I've been kind of enjoying proving some things. I'll tell you what I proved the other day. I proved that every odd number is expressible as the difference of 2 squares. That really blew my mind. I couldn't believe that. Yeah, that was really wild. and I proved it. I mean, others have proved it before, of course. So I'm getting better. Hello, Bubbledon. How you doing? I've got some piano today. Let me know if the audio levels are off. I thought I fancied some tunes. Audio is off, true. What does that mean? Ah, cancel dinner with a friend, that's sad. More time for math, that's true. Less friends, more math. It's good after I lowered it. I didn't lower it. Oh no. Should I lower it some more? Maybe. I think I could put the compressor back on, maybe. Let me put that on. Let me put the compressor on. I try to have my volume reasonably loud so it doesn't, at least I experience the louder. Okay, let me know how that is. Right. Okay, so we've got this thing. This comes from somewhere. I don't know where it comes from. Might good. That's good. All right. So we know that it should equal this thing. Math no good. Okay. You might be in the wrong stream. You might be in the worst possible stream, unless e to the 2i pi or 2 pi I anyway is streaming. That's even more math than this. Okay. Wow, I just did an incredible symbol there. Need to remember how to do that. Incredible. Right, so triangular numbers come from this somehow. Let's see if we can like re-get at this. Or we could just try and prove it. I can't do it again. I think my handwriting is getting better though. Wow, need to optimize this thing so bad. Oof. Okay, let me not test that. Let me not push it too far today. I did get it to auto reconnect to the tablet though, which should save us a bunch of hassle today. Okay, so now can we go? Let's say if we're thinking about, let's try and prove this rule. I should probably work out where that comes from at some point, but let's just try and prove it and see if we can do that first. So the first sequence is 1 squared. So for n, I guess we can say n. We can say n equals 1, then 1 squared equals 1. How am I supposed to do this again? And then, wow, I've totally forgotten everything. What does he say? How does this work again? Let me refresh my memory. Yeah, okay, so we prove P... What's this? We prove P1, And then we say, if all of p through n are true, then pn plus 1 is true. Okay, great. All right. Okay. Just the basics I've forgotten. I'm sure everything advanced is still in there. Right, okay, so P1. What are we actually trying to prove? I haven't even written down what I'm proving. Okay. Yeah, that's the other thing. I haven't proved it. I haven't worked out what I'm supposed to be proving. That's probably gonna... This is the first exercise I've had to do where I have to work out what I need to prove. So... I don't know. Let's say Pn maybe what is it, like n squared minus n minus 1 squared plus n minus 2 squared. Oh, that's wrong. All the way down to... we don't know what the last one's going to be, so plus or minus. This sequence something like evaluates, I guess we can just say equals. Oh my gosh, come on. Awful, awful, awful. Okay, let's try and prove that. I don't know how you put that as an if then, but I suppose we can probably just maybe take this and see if we can do something with it. Maybe it will become clearer. My memory usage is disturbingly high. All right. Okay. Oh, great. Okay. Everything's going wrong. Oh. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh. It's not a good day. I'm having like a terrible week. Okay. All right. So we got that. Now, for P1, we can say that yeah. So for P1, we can put this equal to maybe 1 times 2 over 2, and then we get 2 over 2, which is 1. So step 1 done. Now we want to say So maybe we can do this. We can try this with direct proof, maybe. I mean, that's the only technique I know. So better work. So, okay, so we can say, we can try P. How do I even work that out? I don't know how to do induction with a sequence like that. Direct proof, don't fail me never, yeah. Please. Okay, so I don't really know how to do operations on a sequence like that. Maybe there's some... Well, actually, we could assume that Pn is true, couldn't we? So we already have... Gosh, this is challenging. Challenging my brain. Okay, so we already have... Let's not tempt fate. Let's just write it out manually. Okay, so we already have... Oh, great, my monitor's just gone off. Okay, brilliant. Okay, great. Wow, literally everything is going wrong today. That is diabolical. Okay. Wow, this is not gonna work out, is it? Wow, everything's screwing up. Okay, give it a second. Why am I like 1 frame a second now? Nope. Nope, I'm just randomly 1 frame a second. Okay, that's super weird. Maybe I'm just 1 frame a second in the preview. Am I 1 frame a second for everyone else? Okay, that's just weird. Okay. It's just OBS. All right. Okay. I'm gonna do the impossible. 1 moment, please. Okay. Are we back? Are we back? Am I back online? I think we're back. Remarkably, we've made it back. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't think this is going to be a very long stream today, judging from how this is going. All right. Let's see how much further we make it. See if we can work through this one proof. Okay, I'm going to need to bring up chat because obviously Twitch signed me out as punishment for my crimes. Crimes against bitrate. Okay, so let's say we've got... Alright, I'm gonna have to speedrun this. Just channel the maths. Okay, we've got... Whoa, okay. We got this, we got... Oh, it's messing up again. Okay, let's say we got that, etc. down to, yeah, whatever. Then, yeah, we're already speed running. Okay, and let's say we've got, what was it again? N multiplied by n minus 1, or is it plus 1? Plus 1. Over 2. Now, can we do anything? Hello, S Destroyer. How you doing? Can we do anything interesting? Now, we could... Can we transform this? Now, all these, like, signs, we could multiply both sides by -1, maybe. And then I think we'd get to flip all the signs, which I think we want. But we might not want to do that right now. We could add n plus 1 squared to both sides, maybe? By the way, this is Pn, which we've assumed is true. So many interesting emojis today. Oh, come on. Get down there, get down there. God. So terrible. Okay, encoding overlap. Okay, we messed it up. We messed it up again. Okay. Okay, all right. Let's not do that. Hello, Happy Nora. How you doing? So we can add n plus 1 squared to both sides. Come on. Getting us plus. No, actually, we don't want to do that first. That's not going to work. We do need to multiply by -1 first. I don't know why I was avoiding that. Hello, Happy Nora. So here we get n squared plus n minus 1 squared minus etc. all the way down. Okay, my encoding is overloaded. That's one of our many problems. Alright, we're just going to make it through. We're going to make it through this, I promise. Well, I can't promise that, but... Okay, and then we've got n plus 1 over 2, but it's like minus now. Then we can add n plus 1. You know, one of the things that's just really funny about OBS is it's like, why don't you turn down the stream settings? Why don't you turn them down? But you can't do it while the stream's running. So it's just like do something you'd like to do, but you can't do. Okay, we're just gonna power through. Now, after this, we're gonna have n plus 1. Yeah. Every day is my trouble past. Come on. And now we've got n plus 1 squared minus this thing. Can we do anything with that? Alright, let's just play around with this a bit. Now, what's n plus 1 squared? That's n squared plus 2n plus 1. Can we do anything with that? Actually, do we want to do anything with that? We could potentially try and put all this on the top of 2. So we could end up with this, which is going to be 2n. Okay, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you behind the curtain. Get ready, everyone. You're going to get to see behind the curtain. I do not know why it's so bad today. Almost certainly it's something I've done. Okay, so we're getting rid of that. And we're going to do a screen share. We'll do a proper screen share. I will not be beaten today. I've been beaten too much this week already. No, don't share my password manager. Don't share that. Don't share any of that. Alright, is this right? Okay, that one, okay. We don't want that. We don't want that. We definitely don't want 60 FPS. We want like minimum. We want minimum frame rate. Okay, and then I can do this. Here's what I can do. I can do this, and I can move this across and this up, and I can do a little more. This is going to really mess with everything. I could do a little more. Okay, all right. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. Now we can just do this. Right. Now this should... Let me just shoot that. Get rid of that. Could be the sound bed, actually. Maybe I messed that up. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of everything else. Let's get rid of this thing. Let's not activate the pause thing either. Let's get rid of this. That's me. You'll need that. Okay, I'll need the sound credit, otherwise I'm breaking the law. Okay. The next thing to go is the sound bed. But we're not going to need to do that, are we? Because everything's fine now, right? OBS is still trying to render something, which it shouldn't be doing. Alright, let's see how that goes. Alright, you're seeing behind the curtain now. I hope you appreciate that. Right, so now this is going to be really horrendous to do. It's going to be really awful. This is going to be really janky. Okay. Right, now let's do this properly. I don't want to see encoder overloaded, OBS. I don't want to see that ever again. Right, so we've got... No. I don't want to see that. Is anyone else open? No, that's just it. That's it. Talk to the hand, OBS. Okay. For some reason, this is the janky part now, even though it was totally fine before. All right. We're going silent mode. No sound bed. It's over. Let's see. It's still okay. Here's another thing that's going to happen. I'm just going to start terminating bits of OBS. Okay, are you ready? I'm doing it. Okay. Okay, wait. Now, if the stream dies at this point, I want you to know it was entirely my fault. Is it still there? Is it still there? Is it still there? No, I messed it up. Okay. No, wait, I know what I did. I did it all wrong. I know what I did. Wait. No, this will be way better. Okay, this is going to work. Now, everyone can see me, right? You can see and hear me. Now, here's the thing. Right? Don't run production software, and I use the word production extremely loosely, in dev mode, because it doesn't perform as well. That's what it was. Don't do that. All right, so now I've just destroyed my whole setup. We're gonna just have to make do. I'm afraid everyone. Okay. All right, I think this is gonna be good now. I could probably even put the sound on again. That's gonna I might need to, because yeah, oh no. Wait, there it is. Okay, I don't know why it did that, but I think the sound can come back. All right, okay. Okay. Wait, is it going to play like twice now? No, I need to get rid of that. Need to mute that too. Okay, all right. Chaos over. I'm declaring it. All right, now where were we? Do I need to refresh this? No, I don't. I think I'm okay. Hello, Woodberg. You've missed the most fun part of the stream. Yeah, that's true, Bubbledon. That is what he said. Dostoevsky. He said that. He said that shit. I know he did. Okay. Great. So, now, don't think that this has put me off my incredible proof that I'm working on. Even Albert Einstein, he had to deal with this. His stream kept cutting out, I know. I saw it like 100 times. When he was trying to work out relativity, his stream would keep messing up, and he was like, no! He was like, no! Wait, is this supposed to be added? No, it's subtracted, that's fine. That kept happening to him. And look what happened to him. He's fine. He made it. He did everything that he needed to do. Now I'm balancing it on this 2. This is like a weird little shortcut you can do. Can you do this? I mean, I'm not going to do this because I have no idea if this works, but couldn't you do like n minus 2? Does this work? No, because it's squared. You can't do that. Okay. Now we've got time to write it as a big fraction. Hello, L9Foul _. I'm having a pretty rough day, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm living in a great time in history. So I need to remember that. But my stream's been having a bad time. My encode has been overloaded, L9Foul or I9Foul. My encode has been overloaded. It's been causing me no end of trouble, and I've been trying to prove this thing for Donald Knuth this whole time. And he's waiting on me, and he's not got long, you know. Alright, now we need to do this. It's going to be squared plus 2n. Oh, it's so smooth now. Plus 1. Okay, minus n plus 1, and then we've got that 2n squared plus 2n n plus, you know, I could stand to write a little bigger, couldn't I? Sorry, it's so small. I'll sort that out. And then why not let's expand this too. Oh, if you start doing this again, I'm going to lose my mind. Wait, but I need to subtract all of this. Yeah, so actually I need to subtract. This needs to be a subtraction. Yeah, I think that's right. Minus n squared minus 1n. Yeah. Okay, great. Now let's simplify this. And let's change our color. Are we in the right color now? Yeah, we are. Okay, so we can have an n squared here. That takes out this. And then this. We've got a plus n because we've got a plus 2n here and a minus n here. And then we've got a plus 1. And that's all over 2. And then we can factor this to be n. Wait, what does this turn out to be? That doesn't seem good. What does this turn out to be again? Does this factor at all? Wait, well, I've made a mistake somewhere maybe. Assuming that this should work. (4n) maybe. No, that should be 1n. Yeah, I've made a mistake here. Okay, let me go back. No. No. No, don't do that. That will ruin everything. Okay. Let's do this again. 2n plus 2. No, wait. 2. And then we've got... Wait, maybe this was right. N squared. No, it is plus 2n. And then it's plus 1. See you, happy Nora. Yeah, so it's like, it's that because if we had... Let me just double check this. I'm getting that problem again. Hello, Bozho Dimitrov. Hi everyone, just want to say that this is a very nice stream. Love the vibe and this math brings me memories from uni. That's nice. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Yeah, then we've got 1n. 1n. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, okay. We're on the right track. Alright, now, next level. 2n squared plus 4. Now that's where we diverge. Plus 2 minus n squared minus n. Okay, let me see what's eating. I think I've got a memory leak in my whiteboard app. I think that's one of the issues here. Can I refresh it into going away, or do I have to kill it each time? Okay, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I've got some kind of memory leak in there. Hello, OX Leaf. That's how I imagine that's pronounced. I think I say that every time. Hello again, how are you doing? Right, so the squareds first. We've got 2n squared minus n squared. That is 1n squared. Now the n's. We've got 4n minus n. That's 3n. Looks kind of sus, that. Then we've got plus 2. Now, that doesn't look very good for what we're trying to get to. You're doing great. Oh, that's good. How's your week gone? I mean, it's only Thursday. I suppose we could have some more week. Kind of only halfway through. Now, I feel like my brain is like not doing the algebra properly here. Maybe it is though. In principle, we want to get to n plus 1. So let's try extracting an n from this. We get n plus 3. That doesn't look very good. Have I made some kind of mistake again? I want to get to n plus 1 times n plus 2. Oh yeah, I do. Gosh, sorry, I completely forgot that was what I was supposed to be doing. Yeah, wow. Gosh, wow, I really cleared my context there. Doesn't just happen to LLMs, I suppose. And then, yeah, great. And we don't have any plus, fine. So we know we want to get to this. Now, can we just get to, well, I suppose if we do this, then we're going to end up with that, right? n squared plus n plus 2n plus 2. Okay, that's right. Okay. Wow, this is like it's really rough. Okay, now we get n plus. Oh, okay, it's happening again. It is happening again. Yeah, of course, because we're trying to get to n plus 1. That's the formula, right? Don't draw a weird line. Right, now that is, as it happens, n plus 1, which is equals n plus 1, and then we've got here, let me just expand this to make sure I've got it right. Don't do that. N plus 1 plus 1 over 2. Now, of course, this simplifies to n plus 2, which is what we have here. So I'm going to save myself the horror of writing all this up again in my janky setup. Gosh, I really need to polish this. But I think that's the idea. Keep your J space clean. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. Okay. So we've proven. Do you say proved or proven? Anyone got any notes on that? We have proved / proven P1. We've proven that if P1 through N are true, is true, then Pn plus 1 is also true. That is induction. Worst QED ever. Sufficiently scratchy. There was an Anthropic article last week. I will say this has been a I feel like I need to do like a drama report. I need to become a drama YouTuber on like all of the AI stuff. I'm definitely not going to do that, but it has been a crazy week in the world of AI. OpenAI just fully hacked Hugging Face by mistake by training the agent too hard. The agent got tired and was like, oh, I'm just going to look up the answers. Who's going to have them? Probably Hugging Face. We'll just break out of the sandbox, hack into the Hugging Face production database, get the answers out. Did it even get the answers? I hope it did. I do feel like it would be sad if the answers weren't in the database. It is a possible solution. That's true. Yeah, why not? I can't think of a good argument why we shouldn't let it happen. Okay, wow, this is really, I really need to sort that out. Humans do it, so why not the AI? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's just crazy. Like what an interesting time to be living in. Wow, it is already up to 2.5 gigabytes. What have I been torturing this system with? Oh, it's back down again. Okay. Now, whether humans should develop such software, an entirely different question. Yeah. It's every day the world gets closer to Cyberpunk 2077. I feel like it's by the time they release Orion, it's just going to be dated. It'll be retrofuturism. It'll be retro history. All right, so let's look at what Knuth says. Probably he didn't say make your own horrible whiteboard and have it destroy all of your progress. But let's see what he did say. That's a 23, by the way. I thought it was kind of easy for a 23, actually. I definitely found this one harder. But I think 20s and 23s are supposed to be similar difficulty, but this is supposed to take longer, maybe. Need to look up the thing again. All right. What'd he say? He just said one bit of mathematics. Okay, great. Oh right, he's just giving the rule. He's just giving the rule. He's not trying to like prove it by induction. Maybe he is. No, he's just showing us it. So this is how you notate this like flipping sequence. I do not know what he's doing there. Oh, wait. That's how you do it, huh? Because I guess the number of powers in n, the number of n will determine whether this is positive or negative. Huh. Clever. I've just not seen that before. How interesting. Part of the difficulty is not just intuiting that formula. Yeah. Well, I did look it up. Basically, you might not have been here for it, but I worked out that sequence produces triangle numbers, but I didn't know what the formula for triangle numbers was. So that's part I looked up. So that maybe I cheated. That's why it didn't take me so long. Yeah. Yeah, I like maybe we should look at that a bit more. Because the sequence is like 1, well, let's look at it. 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. So I kind of 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. Now, I feel like I remember doing this at school, but I can't quite remember how you construct formula for sequences. But like, this is obviously 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is obviously a difference of 1. But I feel maybe there's... And then the actual formula we're trying to get to is this. Which I feel like you did not obvious getting from this to this. So it's probably the wrong route. I suppose if we're looking at like... I don't know how that's derived, honestly. Why would the alternating sum of squares give the triangle numbers? Yeah. I only know because they did. And I just calculated a bunch of them and they did. Why would they though? Good question. I suppose you could make an argument. Maybe if you put them like this, maybe there's the other half. So there, if we like, this is the 4th term, right? So we've got, yeah, no, I think I'm getting it. So we've got 4 squared, which of course is going to be the full square, right? And then if we take away 3 squared, we're going to be taking away this. And then we add 2 squared. and then we take away 1 squared. Well, this is pretty cool, actually. Yeah, wow. I'm amazed that actually worked. Now, the only reason that type of thinking is on my mind is because I was working through Book of Proof off stream, and they had this thing, prove every odd number is the difference of 2 squares, and I was like, what on earth are you talking about? And then I took it away and I made my dinner, and I was like, wait a minute. So odd number is 2a plus 1, right? So let's say you've got 7. In that context, 7, the a is 3. So let's say if you've got 7 dots, or let's say if you've got 6 dots rather, you could take 3 here and 3 here, and then use the extra 1 here to top it up here. And so then you've kind of got almost the shape of a square, right? That'd be 4 squared. But you've taken away this area, which is 3 squared. So 7 is the difference of these 3 squares, which is 16. Whoa, okay, it's messing up. Oh yeah, because I'm at the bottom of my tablet. Let me write this very small so I don't run off the bottom of my tablet. 16 minus 9. Yeah, which is 7. You can get the end formula from the triangular drawing, actually. Oh yeah. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, I don't understand, but maybe you can, yeah. I suppose you can. So anyway, I was working through the odd number problem off stream, and I was like, wait a minute. There's this thing where you can, like, blowing my mind with like stuff. Obviously, mathematics has been using this technique for thousands of years, I assume, but like, oh, you can. There's like a variety of ways of thinking about these problems, and many of them you can visualize, and that can give you an intuition for like what you're trying to like work with, which is kind of cool, and cool that my brain just came up with that, and I was able to prove it kind of based on that. Obviously that's not a proof, but it gave me the hint to the proof. Okay, so now if this is a square, right? And we're dividing it by 2, that would be the triangle. But we've currently got what was this one? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so this is this term. So for that, what's this supposed to be again? 1th term, 2th term, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So we've got 4 by 5 as our square, which would be 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that, if that was a full square, well, not square, full rectangle would get us 20. I guess maybe if we like drew through this just right, we would end up with something like that. Yeah, maybe. Oh, it's what would happen if you stuck those 2 triangles together. Hmm. Yeah, if you just did 4 by 4, of course you would not be able to half it. Yeah, because ultimately you'd then get like you'd be splitting some of these cells in half. You can't do that. Bubbledon's saying if you duplicate the little triangle, you can attach it to the other to make a rectangle of size n by n plus 1. If the dots on the diagonal were half dots, then it would be exactly the square cut through the middle. But because they're full dots, you get that n plus 1. Draw through it in a staircase, yeah. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so that's where that comes from. Or, you know, it's one way to look at it anyway. Huh. Cool. Thanks, Bubbledon. I enjoyed working that through with you. Now, how much memory have I got left? Do I have to destroy my... Wow, it's actually... Okay, wait a second. I'm not actually... This is so weird. My memory leak's gone away. Odd. All right, well. Okay. Interesting. Now... Maybe it only leaks memory when I make a mistake. Yeah, that is possible. Okay. That was 7. Now 8 is marked by one of these little triangles. That means Knuth recommends. Knuth recommends you do this problem because he thinks it's particularly cool. So let's see. 25. Now 25 is the next step of difficulty, I think. Prove the following theorem of Nicomachus. Anyone seen... I think somebody here last week was going to see the Odyssey by the time we spoke next. Reminded me because of Telemachus. Nicomachus, AD circa 100 by induction. 1 cubed equals 1. 2 cubed equals 3 plus 5. 3 cubed equals 7 plus 9 plus 11. 4 cubed equals 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. Etc. I guess those are the consecutive odd numbers. So we've got like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. And we are adding up an ascending number of them. B. Use this result to prove the remarkable formula 1 cubed plus 3 plus 2 cubed plus whatever till n cubed equals 1. Now, this is the one number file I think I've seen number file has done a video on like this week. Which is kind of interesting. Well, it's not that, I mean, it's not that interesting. I'm sure the video will be interesting. It's not interesting necessarily that he did it, but it's interesting to me, which means I get to watch. After I solve this today, obviously in probably like 5 minutes, if that, then I'll get to watch the video and maybe I'll understand it. An attractive geometric interpretation of this formula, suggested by Warren Lushbaugh, is shown in Figure 5. See Math Gazette, 49, 1965, page 200. The idea is related to Nicomachus' theorem and Figure 3. Other look-see proofs can be found in books by Martin Gardner, Knotted Donuts, Chapter 16, John Conway, and R.K. Guy, The Book of Numbers, etc. Side is 5 plus 5 plus 5, so yeah. Okay, well that shall be interesting. I don't know if it helped. I don't know if we're supposed to like that. Is that spoilers? It might be spoilers. Okay, interesting. Right. Let's take a look at this, shall we? So how do we express this? So, given there's cubes, we could be able to use some cubes to think about this one as well, which will be that'll be interesting. 7 plus 9 plus 11. Should I draw a cube? Let's see if I can draw a cube. You've seen a cube before, right? It's a Rubik's Cube. If only I had a Rubik's Cube right here, I could use that to solve the problem. So 3 cubed is 7 plus 9 plus 11. Doesn't seem to be any obvious breakdowns of that. Maybe the cubes are unrelated. Nice to draw a cube though. Bubbledon, that's a very good point. Rare that a Rubik's Cube does any solving. Usually it's the other way around. Yeah, you do have a point there. Okay, well, let's look at P. It's not such a luxury being able to use the full board, actually. So, okay, what are we proving? We're proving the theorem. So let's say the theorem. Let's refer to the theorem and solve it for 1. Now, P for 1 is quite simple because we've got this. QED. Now, we're supposed to now assume P1 through N Now all this means we have to work out a notation for this. So we've got like let's start with P. Well, let's just look at Pn. This is going to equal, so what is this? This is the first odd number. This is the second, third, fourth. Right, so we're going to have two n plus 1 through, what is it? Two n plus n, maybe? We'll probably have to look at this and make sure I've not made any mistakes. Okay, so for example, with let's look at 4 cubed, and let's try and use this little formulation we've got. We've got 2 multiplied by 4 plus 1 plus 2 multiplied by 5 plus 1, and we're going up to 8, by the way, plus 2 multiplied by 6 plus 1 Come on. Plus 2 by 7 plus 1 plus 2 by 8 plus 1. Maybe we lose the last one. We've got too many terms there, I think. How many have we got? 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 terms. Yeah, we got too many. So actually this is going to be... It's going to be 2 n plus n minus 1. Or is it 2n minus 1? Should we say that? I think that's right. Sorry, yeah, minus 1 plus 1. Lose the 1, it's cleaner. Where do you mean? Okay, so from that we get 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15. Oh yeah, I got the reference. I wasn't sure if it had any mathematical consequences. You know what I keep saying? Bring back the old Facebook. That's like one of my favorite jokes. Only my partner gets to experience it, and now you. But yeah, that's. I just remember the times. You might not be, depending on your age, you may or may not be old enough. But when everyone was using Facebook, and I mean everyone, falling over. Occasionally Facebook would make grand sweeping updates to the user interface, and there would be these incredibly large groups that were just like, bring back the old Facebook. We loved the old Facebook. Bring it back. There was nothing wrong with it. And they're still running, I think. Really made me laugh. People really like the old Facebook. I don't know why. But it would be that case every update. Even if everyone had hated the old one, like even if, oh, whatever. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. Okay, so given this, we want to prove, wait. Something like this. It'll actually look like and then we're going to be going all the way to 2. This is going to be horrendous to keep track of. What's this supposed to be again? All right. So how on earth do we do that? Well, we don't necessarily have to start with Pn, I suppose. just don't know how we go from n cubed to n plus 1 cubed. I guess we could like, how would we do that in real life? Restart that again. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. The big sigma summation notation. This seems like a good time to use it. Yeah, could be a good point. Check 94. How you doing, by the way? Good to see you. Yeah. I mean, I've never used it myself. What is it from again? What is it? What is the thing? Don't do that. Yeah, so it's from I. Or I guess it's N in this case, maybe? No. We'll use I, and then we go from like N through to 2n minus 1, I think. I assume it's inclusive. Last value of, yeah, makes sense. Okay. And so please do tell me if I've got this like wrong somewhere. Okay. Suman should be with I. Oh, true. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because of course it's going from... That's the thing that's kind of like looping or whatever. So... the thing I'm kind of mulling over is I don't really know how even in principle you would go from this to n. Sorry, let's say if this was 3 cubed, how you go from 3 cubed to 4 cubed in an algebraic way. Can't think of an operation that does that. So we could think about what the difference between these two things is, which will be, well, the actual values are 9 and 16. So that's a difference of 7. And then from 4 cubed through to... No, that's not right. That's not right. That's squaring. That's squaring. 3 cubed is 27. 4 cubed is 64. So the difference is 64 minus 27, which is 37, a number of no obvious significance. I was wondering if there's a way we can, like, I guess, no, I think now if we think about it geometrically, right, if we've got our, I hesitate to copy this, but if we've got this cube, to go from 3 cubed to 4 cubed, we add one complete side of 4s. I don't know why I'm drawing all these, but you get the idea. One complete side of 4s, which is going to be, well, that'll be 16. That'll be 4 squared. And then we need to add another 2 sides. And that'll be 4 squared minus 4, because we then need to have like a sort of top to this. And that's going to be, part of that's already been covered, so that'll be 4 squared minus 4. And then I think we get, is it minus 4 actually? If we've got all this, yeah, no, I think it is. And then we've got 4 squared, well, let me try and visualize this. We've got the top, we've got the sides, so it's going to be 4 squared minus 4 minus 3. In theory. Now that's 12, and that's 9. Is this correct? 16, 12, and 9 are 37. Always troubling to get to the problems people are saying, I don't know how I would do this. Wait, what process did I just kill? Okay. Oh yes, sorry, I should notate which problem I'm doing. I'm doing 8. The result seems much easier to prove from the formulas for sums of integers to power n, for n in 1, 2, 3. Yeah, memory's leaking. I'm making errors again. Okay, so to go from... Sorry, I'm really confined for space here. If we want to go from n cubed to n plus 1 cubed, I don't know if I can prove this, but here's what I think you have to do. You got to get n cubed plus n plus 1 squared. Well, actually, it's going to be 3n plus 1 squared minus 2n plus 1 or actually I suppose we could say 3 and then add 1 maybe? Does that get us, is that, I'm just sort of guessed that slightly. Let me try that out on some real numbers. Okay, so we're going from 3 cubed plus 3 times 4 squared minus 3 times 4 plus 1. Now what does that work out to be? Wait, I messed it up. 3 cubed plus 3 times 4 squared minus 3 times 4 plus 1. 64. It works. It's all seeming a little familiar. Okay, so that's 64. I mean, it works for that. Anyway, let's just say it's going to work for everything else. That's the proof technique I'm using. Yeah, just trust me, proof. Okay, so let's say that works. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's say that works. This 3 is a little... Well, 3 because it's 3 dimensions. So it kind of makes sense. With a little bit of work, that will become a fine way to do induction proofs. So we could add that to the left-hand side. We could add it to the right-hand side. Or rather, we could just say n plus 1. We could use that to say n plus 1 cubed. And then add this. Oh gosh. Add this to the right-hand side. Now, does that go anywhere? If we multiply that out, we're going to get 3n squared. No, we're going to get 3. No. Yeah. What does that all expand to? Does that expand to anything? Anything that looks remotely like we might want to have it? Let's work out what this should be in our induction thing. My gosh, okay, let me... How can I give myself a bit more space? Zoom out. Okay. Right. So let me do a little memory clear out. I need to fix this thing. Okay, so we've got that. Now we want to get from, I don't think I need any of this anymore. I think I've done that. Yeah, we want to get from this to n plus 1 cubed equals sigma let me do it properly. I honestly do not know how to work with this notation. I sort of get it, but up to 2n plus 1 minus 1. So I guess in principle, if we're working with this notation, we want to end up adding is there a way we can put this is there a way we can work with this sequence a little bit more? So and then we've got 13, 15, 17, 19. If we added 2n to every term on the right-hand side, and then added another term which was like hello, Happy Nora. How you doing? So this last one is 4n minus 2 plus 1. Or is it actually? No, what are we adding? Yeah, we add 2n, and then we create this new number, which is sorry, I'm just guessing here. What is it supposed to be? 19. And we know that the last... we want kind of the first term of this next one. So what we actually want is the last term of the next one, which is going to be 4... no, wait. Something like 4 n plus 1 plus 1 or something. What's that? 4 times 4, 16 plus... no, that's not right. Just getting myself confused now. What's it supposed to be? Two n plus 1 minus 1, and that ends up being 2n plus 2 minus 1, which is 1. Let me actually just check this is right. So that's n plus 1, that's 4 times 2 minus 1 times 2. No, that's wrong. I've made a mistake somewhere earlier, I think. No, wait. Wait. Definitely made a mistake earlier. Okay. Tiny CLJ. I may be misreading the sum formula in the center, but I believe it does not match the examples of 1 cubed and 4 cubed. Yeah, that's a little sus, that thing in the center, isn't it? I'm finding this now. Okay, let me clear some space here. Bedradev. Why are we doing math? Why are we doing maths? Hello, Kip. Hello, Bedradev. Why are we doing it? Knuth has challenged us with his existence. Okay, now let's get rid of this. Let's try and work out this again. Let's get rid of all this, because it's all garbage. I'm not convinced by any of it. Hello, Nilubu. My own drawing app of my own device, my own devising. Donald Knuth is he's a mathematician and computer scientist. He was born. When was he born? He was born a while ago, maybe the 30s. Maybe a little later than that. That's a little late, isn't it? When was he born? Terrible, I don't know that actually. Anyway, he's 80-something now. He wrote a series of books called The Art of Computer Programming, which are what were his attempt to essentially describe the entire field of computer science. I've occasionally had run-ins with 38, huh? I've had run-ins with various personalities who inform me very, very, very gladly that the book can't possibly be about computer programming, because computer programming is very distinct from computer science. Well, back when he touted the books, it weren't. So, I mean, yeah, not as distinct now anyway, as we would view it now. Yeah, and he wrote these remarkable books, which many serious folks have on their bookshelves and gleefully claim that they never read. Oh, have you just got a simplification there, Pinora? Anyway, gleefully claim to never read, and I would never want to be like that. So I'm doing it. I'm doing everything while I'm 80%ing it. Should I work on this Chamor? Yeah, we probably could simplify that. Let's try. That would be an interesting. Is that hair color of light? That's a delightful phrase. Color or light? Oh, it's color, I guess. Well, it's not hair color. It's not real. It's like it's an artifact of my keying, my terrible keying system. Are you planning to solve all the 3 volumes? I'm planning to solve all of the volumes that exist by the time I complete it, which I think there are currently 5. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Thora's, hello by the way, it says, I think you need a line with something like assume sum I equals 1. Yeah. You've done it. Fortunately, I don't understand your proof, so I can't possibly use it, but I'm sure I will understand it when I get there. Thank you. Everyone's making friends in the chat. That's lovely. All right. Let's see if I can get Happy Nora's result. I'm kind of curious about that. I think probably we need to expand this, right, rather than this being wrong. I think I did double check this. So now we've got 3. Do things in the right order, of course. And just mess everything up again. Okay, plus 2n plus 1 minus 3n plus 3 plus 1. No. Almost got me there. Almost got me there. Okay, let's try another line. 3n squared plus 2... No. 6n plus 3 minus 3n minus 3 plus 1. I'm making fewer, well, I don't know if I'm making fewer mistakes at all, actually, but I feel like I may be getting more precise as I don't need that, as I go through, as I do more of these problems. Funny how that works. Okay, the squares, we've got 3, don't mess up now. 3n squared plus, okay, the n's, we've got 6n minus 3n. So that's 3n. And then the numbers, we've got plus 3 minus 3 plus 1. Is that what Happy Nora had? Trying to do 16. What volume am I at now? Still 1. I'm still like on the first section of chapter 1. Happy Nora is everywhere. I feel like anytime I'm watching Twitch, Happy Nora is there. 3n squared plus 3n plus 1. I got the same result. Okay, great. This is correct, but remember you can do that real quick with Pascal's triangle. True. Yeah, I should remember that. You're right. Or chat can reveal the secrets for me. Come on. No more lagging. Okay. Independently verified. All right, let's clear our memory again. So embarrassing. Right, so we end up with that. Great. Now, we've got the left-hand side. The left-hand side can go up 1. We can get n plus 1 cubed. We can do that. Now, what about the right-hand side? Now, we did have that sigma notation. I'm pretty sure the sigma notation is not going to help me because I don't know how to use it. But let's at least get something which works. Now, this should go up to... So we go from the nth odd 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 is 3n plus 1. And then we go all the way up to 4. So we go through... Sorry. No, that's not right. 2, 3. Mistake there. Money makes the world go round. Hello. You're supposed to write the starting point on the bottom. I think I am. Oh, no, wait. No, I think I am. I think that's where we're going from. Yeah, so we're going from 3. And then we go and we do 4. And then we go and we do 5. And so we end up wanting to go up to 2n minus 1. 6 minus 1, 5. Let's try this out. So let's try with 4. Now with 4 we start off at 4. We go through 5, 6, 7, and we go all the way to 2n minus 1, which is 7. Now for this we've got 2, 4, plus 1. That's going to be 9. Wrong. Incorrect. Yeah, maybe all this is wrong. What am I trying to do here? Thirteen is actually 6. Yeah, 2, 6 plus 1. So we're actually starting from 6. So maybe my whole sequence is wrong. Maybe I just over-indexed on an earlier number or something. Trendy 16. Have you looked at Concrete Mathematics book? I haven't, but it's on my list of things to look at, as it is at least partly a Knuth work. I actually have bought it, but I haven't done anything with it yet. Probably will be helpful at some point soon. Okay, so which odd number is this? We've got the first odd number, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, 7th. Or should we be counting from 0? Is it more convenient to start from 0? I think it might be, actually. Yeah, because then we've got our 2a plus 1 formula, which will work in that case. Okay. And then I've lost all my space. No, wait. Yeah, so that's going to be the 10th. 1, 3, 6, 10. No way. No way. It's not going to be the triangle numbers again, is it? It is. Bloody heck. Of course it is. It's a triangle. You can see it plain as day. Don't know what accent that is. I am doing part A. Okay. So it's a triangle. Triangle numbers. Triangle numbers. Now, we did triangle numbers earlier. There's triangles involved. Oh my gosh. Triangles, 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 triangles. Maybe. I feel like I'm veering very sharply. I'm swerving, if you will, into crank territory at this point. I'm like, the numbers, they're all here. What do they mean? I can see all the patterns, but I can't make any sense of them. I think an interesting thing to note is that the average of its sequence is the number on the left squared. The average of 7 plus 9 plus 11 is 9, which is 3 squared. That's interesting. That is interesting. Chet 94's advice for avoiding becoming a math crank. If you're getting that feeling from this, do not go into number theory and avoid all mention of the Goldbach conjecture. Okay, I'll set a sort of hook for that my brain immediately shut down if I ever see the Goldbach conjecture or learn anything about it. It'll be like a sci-fi movie. Yes, that is interesting. And one of the things that's interesting about it, I suppose, is, well, n squared appears here too. "99% of mathematicians quit just before proving the Goldbach conjecture." Yeah. Wait till I prove it here on stream. Nah, don't worry. By the time I learn how to do maths, ChatGPT 7 or 8 will have proven everything. They'll prove P equals NP at some point soon, and then everything will come crumbling down. I recommend the Goldbach skip for this speed. Okay. Okay, I tell you what. I think I've taken just about as much as I can stand. I need to sort out my setup, basically. My setup is, it's at the point where I'm, you know, there was a point earlier in the history of this channel where why have I got to talk like that? There was a point earlier in the history of this channel in which I was just avoiding doing things because I didn't want to write them down because it would be so annoying. And I'm now at the point where this memory leak that is entirely my own fault is making me reluctant to do any work with this. But I will fix it, and then we will be back on another day. I think this weekend will be more. This makes sense. Oh yeah, so somebody's saying. So I'll be back. I'll be back this weekend, I think. And we'll finish this one off. I feel like this one is within my grasp, especially with the assistance of chat. I feel like this one is possible. What are the ones that we get later? What's part B again? Use this result to prove the remarkable formula. Oh yeah, that one. I remember that one. There's a square in that too. And then we've got who needs ChatGPT when there's chat? That is true, actually. That is true. And then we got an easy one after that. One thing that I've been enjoying about Book of Proof is the fact I think the exercises have like approximately like this difficulty curve, where like they start off pretty easy and then they get monstrously hard, at least for me, and then they get easy again. You're like, oh wow, I learned something, and of course you did learn something, but I think the ones at the end are just, they give you the feeling of learning because they're much easier than the ones at the start, at the middle rather. Yeah, then we get number 9. Then we get to the math ones. Which if you can't, some would say these are all math ones, but Knuth is like, you haven't even gotten to the mathematical part of the exercises yet. And then we've got an impossible one, which I'll have fun doing, and then we've got an even more math one. We've got the HM for highly mathematical. And you can tell it's highly mathematical because even reading it is highly mathematical. And then we get back to numbers. Then we get to think about numbers. Let's go back and look at this. He's got like a little kissing character. Did you see this? Yeah, then we get to numbers. I've been sort of hoping that we're going to get into logarithms at some point because I still don't remember anything about logarithms. Right, so let's look at the exercise difficulty curve, because I think some who didn't get to see it at the start might find it interesting. Yeah. These are good problems. These are the ones you want us to. These are especially recommended. All right, this book has been written for readers with varying degrees of mathematical training and sophistication. As a result, some of the exercises are intended only for the use of more mathematically inclined readers. The rating is preceded by an M if the exercise involves mathematical concepts or motivation to a greater extent than necessary for someone who is primarily interested only in programming and the algorithms themselves. An exercise is marked with the letters HM if its solution necessarily involves a knowledge of calculus or other higher mathematics not developed in this book. An HM designation does not necessarily imply difficulty, though it will imply difficulty for me. And then if we look earlier, we've got rating numbers. Extremely easy. 10 is a difficult problem that makes you think of the material just read, but is by no means difficult. You should be able to do this in 1 minute at most. That could be true. And 20 is an average problem that tests basic understanding of the text material, but you may need about 15 or 20 minutes to answer it completely. Yeah, indeed. So 30 is a problem of moderate difficulty and or complexity. I haven't even done a 30 yet. This one may involve more than 2 hours work to solve satisfactorily, or even more if the TV is on. 40, quite a difficult or lengthy problem that will be suitable for a term project in classroom situations. The solution is not trivial. And then 50 is a research problem that has not been solved satisfactorily as far as the author knew at the time of writing, although many have tried. Yeah. Yeah, the remainder of the rating number divided by 5 indicates the amount of detailed work required. Thus, an exercise rated 24 may take longer to solve than an exercise that is rated 25, but the latter will require more creativity. All exercises with ratings of 46 or more are open problems for future research. Yeah. So what have we done so far? Wait, I've got links. I can look at the links. So far we've done this very easy. Answer it immediately one. This one's slightly more tricky. Oh gosh, okay. This one... I did do this one, didn't I? Did I? No, I did. I think I did. I can't remember now. Yeah, I think we did this. Did this. Did this. Yeah, so these are maybe allegedly will not take very much work, but will require creativity. And then we go down again, and then we go up again, all the way to this 50, and then we've got a crazy maths one. This difficulty scale is gratuitously... Oh no, did I disappear again? I think it's time to call it a day. Sorry for the terrible craftsmanship on this stream. How long was I gone for? When did we last talk? "20 seconds, wow. Oh wow, I missed a bunch of chat messages too. Well, anyway. Usually it's like a week between streams, yeah. That's true. Okay, even the stability's going now, so I best decide who we're going to raid. And with 44 delightful people here as well. Well, that's what Twitch is saying anyway. Sometimes there's lies in the numbers. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? Sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger today. Do I have any ideas for channel point rewards? I don't. I'm regarded generally as not very rewarding. I should figure out a way to reward people. Maybe you get to solve one of the 50 rated problems. Okay, here's no, I shouldn't comment on the titles of other streamers. It's not nice. We already had too much fun with the mouse last time. That mouse though. Has anyone seen the mouse since? The mouse of last stream? Okay, let's go see e to the 2i pi. I think we should have some fun there. It'll make even possibly it'll require a little more maths knowledge than this stream, but we'll see. Thanks for tolerating the stream joy today. I say joy, the memory leaks and the lag and everything else, and I will see you soon. I'm gonna aim to get back to this problem this week, so we'll see how that goes, and if not, it'll be, I think it'll be next Thursday. I'm taking a Thursday off at some point soon. Every Thursday's a Thursday off, really. Yeah. All right. Thanks. That's exactly where I'm raiding right now. S Destroyer. Have a good rest of your day / week. Till I see you next. We're beginning the raid command. The raid command is beginning. You've only got 7 seconds to get in on the raid. Thank you, Max. Let's go.